The Lower Salmon River is rich with geologic history. This includes unique natural formations, and landscapes altered by past and present mining. I explored many sites with my high school friend Gary. Waterfalls draw me like a magnet. My favorite geologic site is the waterfall Gary showed me during our first adventure together many decades ago. It wasn't the water flowing over the face that fascinated me. It was the geologic origin and water of the cave behind the sparse exterior flows. They are the focus of my return and this film. Lucile Cave is a natural limestone cavern. It is cherished by local residents and others who hike the short but very steep 200-foot ascent to the entrance. The cave is located in Martin Bridge Formation limestone. The pale gray rock was formed far away from where we see it now, in reefs that surrounded oceanic islands during Triassic times, about 220 million years ago. The formation migrated to its present location due to plate tectonic forces. Lucile Cave was formed through the chemical dissolution of limestone rock by acidic groundwater, primarily carbonic acid, over long periods, leading to the creation of underground passages and caverns. I was a 15-year-old, recent transplant, the first time I clawed up the steep trail to the top. "Come on, Flatlander," Gary shouted back to me as he dashed up the trail like a mountain goat. This was his home range, and it showed. During this first expedition, I struggled against a dimension that was deemed relatively insignificant in my former homeland: vertical. Although not as demanding on me today, a veteran hiker, it is still a factor to take seriously. At times, you can reach straight out and nearly touch your shadow on the trail in front of you. Under the overgrown trail sections, you crawl beneath the web of overhead branches and vines. For much of the trek, blackberry, rose, hawthorn, and Oregon grape thorns are grabbing you and attempting to arrest your progress. All the while, you must remain vigilant for poison ivy and the buzz of rattlesnakes that are attempting to dissuade trespass across their domain during warm weather. Stops along the trail to catch your breath are frequent. However, spectacular panoramic views during each distract from all of your discomforts. During our earlier excursions, we saw no trash on the trail. There was no vandalism to the cave walls or its natural formations. Unfortunately, this changed. The stalactites and stalagmites were destroyed, and love is spray painted in black above the cave's entrance. No beer cans or trash were observed inside the cave during this visit. However, the frequency of this scourge has increased in recent years. My wading pants, with their unthreaded belt dangling behind, were the perfect attire for the theater I was about to enter at the other end of this rope. The cave's calcium carbonate features are relatively unimpressive when dry. However, water transforms a cave into a mesmerizing display of nature's elegance. The rain before my arrival combined with the recent snowmelt. Consequently, for the first portion of my 2-day visit, the majority of the interior floor was waist-deep in water. The ceiling percolated drips that resonated symphonically throughout the cave when each plucked the standing water below. The skaters darted between airstrikes from the water cannons above. Laminar sheets of water flowed over the walls and geologic formations, temporarily rendering their surfaces into fine marble. All of this combined for a mystical experience. By the latter part of the second day, the spigot was closing. The water-glazed surfaces were quickly being replaced with dry, chalk-like exteriors. As the interior water level declined at an increasing rate, I descended the rope, and then the serpentine trail in the shadows of the setting sun. My preparations for the trail and the percolating cave interior paid dividends in comfort and enjoyment. I was grateful for this and my glimpse of the fleeting contrast and transformation driven by the receding flows. Lucile Cave is a unique, natural, geologic formation with an interesting origin. By treading lightly and leaving nothing but boot prints in the mud, this site can retain its character and be enjoyed by future generations.